Today on Dr. Phil, a closer look at the JonBenet Ramsey case 20 years later. Last week, Burke Ramsey broke his silence when he spoke with Dr. Phil about his sister's unsolved murder. Today, more into the evidence in the case that still has people asking a lot of questions. Dr. Phil McGraw joins us live from Los Angeles now with more. Good morning, Dr. Phil.
Good morning, Sarah.
Okay, so you've established that Burke is not and has never been a suspect. Why do you think people still continue to believe that he is?
Well, Sarah, I think it's because early on, the Boulder Police Department, law enforcement there, put out misinformation to the media on purpose to put pressure on the Ramsey family. For example, they told the media that there were no footprints in the snow at the time of the crime to tell people that there was no intruder. Therefore, the culprit had to be inside the house, and Burke was one of 3 people known to be inside the house. The problem with that is there was no snow for there to be footprints in. So that was completely misinformation. And we talk about that and more today because this is the final episode. It is the episode where everything comes together. I asked Burke today, straight up, did you kill your sister, JonBenet? Did your parents think you did? Have they accused you? Did they ask you at any time? Do you think one of your parents killed your little sister? I asked him all of those things. And I asked him today, do you have a theory as to who killed your sister? And he says, yes, I do. And he tells us who he thinks killed his sister and why. So that's revealed on today's show, along with a whole lot of other things. We get down to the nitty-gritty today.
And Dr. Phil, you talked with John Ramsey also. What did he tell you about JonBenet's gravesite?
You know, there's been a lot of speculation about why December 25th was put on her tombstone. Some people have speculated because he knew that's the day she died, even though she wasn't found until the 26th. I asked him that question, and he answers it very straightforwardly in a very forthcoming way, and he tells the story of why he did that. And Sarah, this is a story that when you hear, you will never forget for the rest of your life. This is a story you need to hear.
All right, Dr. Phil, you know what? It's great talking to you again. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you, Sarah.
All right, you can watch the new episode of Dr. Phil today at 3 o'clock right here on Channel 2.